This is a totally serious review of HunieCam Studio. I will not make jokes about this game. I will not mock it. This will be a totally neutral take on this game. To emphasize the seriousness of this totally serious review, I will keep this totally monotonous tone throughout this video. If you don't want a serious review of HunieCam Studio, you should leave now. Do not like this video, do not subscribe, do not share with your friends, and to totally not comment on this video. If you do, I will hunt you down and send you back to the almighty Melitele. Yikes! I totally got you humans. You're fucking stupid. I was only joking about the totally serious tone. Yeah, I understand humor because I'm totally human and not something else. Totally human. I swear, I'm human. I swear. Anyways, HunieCam Studio is a lewd clicker management game in which your goal is to pimp out your girls and make as much money as possible in 21 days. Should you be acquainted with my content, you probably know that I have a slight obsession with menus, and let me tell you, HunieCam Studio's menu is pretty good. Except for the master volume slider, we have almost everything, and there is something called enforce ratio, which I never seen, but I think it's a good addition, because sometimes you have a smaller screen and then you just want to enforce the ratio of your game. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Someone really thought about this, and it makes me happy to see that there are indie devs out there that actually think about menus. The starting screen itself is a picture of a scantily clothed blondie sitting on a chair, taking off her bra. On the bottom left side of the picture, we see the backside of a monitor and a pulsating light coming from it. In the foreground, we can see the title with HunieCam Studio logo and a webcam pointing at the blondie. I don't know if it was done intentionally or not, but I think that the camera in the title is supposed to replace the camera that would normally be placed on top of the monitor. Another thing that is interesting to note is that the camera would be able to see the blondie's face, but we can't. I don't think the creator want to send any messages, but it is cool to think that only the camera and by extension the game is able to show off this character's face or body or show, because you will never see a cam show in the game itself. It's good thinking, you know? It's a good connection to make. In the background, we can see all sorts of utensils. From the top left to bottom right, we can see a whiteboard with what I assume are subscriber goals, a poster with a red-headed lolly and her busty companion, tissues, cigarettes, a drink, ass beads, nail polish, dildos, a wheel of fortune with things like striptease, smoke break, bondage, or cuff hands, skirt, collar fan, ball gag, and anal beads. I think you should have gotten the message by now that this game is lewd. It is very lewd. It is super lewd, but it is not a porn game. There's no nudity in this game, not even a single nipple. It might not be safe for work, but it's not porn. Enough said about the menu, let's move on with the game. As soon as you start a new game, you are greeted by a pink hair lolly. No. Wait, that is incorrect. As soon as you start a game, you are knocked at by this pink hair bitch, and I will just let you listen to what she has to say.
Oh, hey, look who decided to show up. I guess the legends are true, you do exist. Could you do me a huge favor and show up even later next time? That'd be sweet. Alright, look, if you want this gig, you gotta listen to directions. We both know I'm doing you a solid by letting you manage my girls. I mean, let's keep it 100 here. This is the closest you're getting to female interaction right now. That should be payment enough. And it will be, since that's the only payment you're getting.
After she insults you and calls you a virgin loser, and you're presented with a choice of 3 girls. The choice is always between Tiffany, Nikki, and Kiani. Just pick your favorite girl, because this choice has almost no impact on the game. After choosing a girl, the pink tail lolly congratulates you on your choice and goes full meta. Have a listen.
Good call. That's kind of who I was thinking too, but I'd say that no matter who you picked.
Slowly the gameplay mechanics are introduced by the pink tail lolly, and sometimes she insults you for being a pervert, which is fine because none of this is real. You can also skip the tutorial at any point after choosing a girl by either skipping one tutorial at a time or skipping all the tutorials at once. I would advise going through the tutorial once very carefully because it really does help, and the delivery and voice acting is pretty entertaining and self-aware. It's kind of fun. It is, and that's all the story you will get for the rest of the game. Trust me, there's nothing more there. Since I think that you want to experience the tutorial for yourself, I'm going to explain the game instead. On the top screen, we have from left to right the day count, the time, drink, SIGs, money, and fans. As mentioned before, you have 21 days to make a successful gaming business, and the day count provides you an indication of how many days you have left. By the way, you can keep going on after the 21 days, and at 99, nothing happens at all. A fellow YouTuber actually tried that out. Link in the description. Yeah, I was expecting something, a message like, "Oh, you fucking degenerate, how can you play this game for 100 days? Go work on yourself, you fucking virgin loser." Something like that, like would fit the tone of the game. But yeah, no, nothing. Well, nothing happens. You can click on the calendar, which I think was a missed opportunity to keep track of your achievements, like when you hired a girl, or when the girl leveled up, or when you made your first 1K, or things in that nature. It does make the product less interesting, but it could be an idea for a sequel. The clock is a standard clock that ticks away relentlessly, except when you enter a menu or pick up a girl to drop on a building. And with that, let's talk about buildings. In the center of the city block, you have a modeling agency in which you can send your girls undercover to hire new prospects. Why do you not go yourself? That is because you are a disgusting weirdo and no girl would ever talk to you, so let the cute chicks bait the other cute chicks to work for you. Anyways, once you drop a girl on a building, you can see the progress on the right side of the screen, where you can also see which girls are currently working. You can either wait until the process finishes automatically, or you can click on the building to decrease the time it would need for the process to finish. Once the process is done, you can click on the building one more time and you will get the chance to choose from 3 more girls. Every girl has a little or short stat screen describing what her abilities, her fetishes, her fan count, her pay rate, and her vices are. Abilities are broken down into 2 categories, talents and style. Talents are symbolized by the blue music note and styles are symbolized by the yellow bow. Talent will determine how much money the girl makes per fan during a cam show, and style determines how much fans she gains during a photoshoot. Both of those talents can be increased by sending your girls to a strip club or shopping mall respectively. A girl's ability will also influence how big her salary is at the end of the day. Is the girl someone with a high ability count, 5 being the max ability count, she will want a high pay rate. Is the girl someone with a low ability count, a scrub, she will work for almost nothing. Earning money in this game is as easy as any other task. You drop the girl in the camming building and either wait or click the shit out of it, and then you collect the money by also clicking on it. One of the things that I think is really satisfying is the sound that the money makes once you collect. I don't know why, but it somehow reminds me of beach sounds. I really don't understand why. Anyways, you keep track of your money on the top right side of the screen. Next, we have fan counts, and this is probably one of the major mechanics of this game. So every girl can attract fans by doing a photo shoot. Like every other building, we have to drop the girl onto the building to start the process. Once the process is done, collect the fans, and the girl will earn more money during camp sessions. Pretty easy, right? Wrong! Every girl fulfills 2 fetishes. We have the base fetishes of Asian, chubby, ebony, flat chest, glasses, Latina, MILF, tattoos, and thick ass. This is not window dressing. The fans you acquire will be part of one of those fetishes. If you send a girl with a flat chest and a thick ass into a photo shoot, she will acquire fans that hold those specific fetishes. Should you then hire a girl with a flat chest and glasses, she will be able to profit from that pool of fans that have the flat chest fetish. So when hiring a girl, you should think about which fetishes the girl have, because that will impact how much money you can make at the end of the day. If you're not sure what your fanbase likes, you can always check that out on the fan tab on the right bottom of the screen. It will show you a breakdown of your fanbase in absolute and relative numbers, which is very cool. And because I like stats, I think it's cool to see stats represented in video games. I just like looking at stats, and this stat is pretty good. It's just amazing. So, did you understand everything? Probably not, because you're a degenerate virgin loser that wants to know all about those fetishes and you can't concentrate on the game. But you will learn. We're not done yet, because there are other ways to diversify your fanbase. In the middle bottom of the map, there is something called the shop, where you can find all sorts of things. Some of those items you can find there can give the girls extra fetishes. A water bottle, for example, gives the girls a fetish called water sports. A cake gives the girls a cake farting fetish. A vibrator gives the girl you get the point. So by equipping the girls with the same items, you can unify your fan base and increase the amount of money you make during photo shoots because the girls are all pulling from the same pool of perverts. The next problem is, how do you equip accessories? Well, for that we have to go into the Invest tab on the bottom right side of the screen. This is your basic upgrade tree, and you can buy more room for each building, increase your clicking effectivity, and of course, inventory space for the girls. For all of those upgrades, you need money though, so you have to send your girls to a photo shoot, later to a camping session, earn money, then buy upgrades, and repeat the process until 28 days are complete. Unfortunately, you will realize that gaining fans is not that easy, and the game has a remedy for that called promos. And here you can advertise your cam girls on websites and gain a few more fans. The more days pass, the more fans you can buy, and the more expensive advertising gets. Therefore, you have to make more money and hire more fans, equip more equipment, and so on and so forth. You get the fucking point, okay? You're a degenerate, you want to play this game and look at cute girls. Shut the fuck up. Next up, we have the addiction mechanic. Every girl can have one of two or both addictions of smokes and drinks. So basically being a smoker or an alcoholic. Girls that smoke and drink a lot lose less energy during activities, but also they need their constant fix. You can replenish your drinks and smokes by sending a girl to the 2 corner stores located on the top of the map. Should you run out of drinks and smokes, the girls that smoke and drink will get pissy and stressed out very quickly. So it's probably a good idea to keep a girl with no talent on hold and let her run errands all the time to keep your stock full. Like I mentioned before, girls will use up energy after every activity, and once her fatigue level reaches 100 or a little bit less, she won't be able to work on anything, and here is where the spa comes in place. You send your girls there, and after a while she'll be relaxed and ready for more degenerate things. If you are degenerate like all of us, that includes me, you can also check out the girls by going into the Girls tab on the bottom left side of the screen. There you can find various information about the girls, change your outfit, and fit various other stats. Real quick intermission about the outfits. Once you finish the 21 days, you can gain coins. With those coins, you can buy outfits for the girls, and once you get all the outfits, you can get some nice art for the girls. In the start menu, you can find the tab outfit, in which you can see and buy all the outfits there. In the stat menu, you can also find a thing called health. Wait, isn't this a management game? Why those girls need a health bar? Oh no, I don't want to talk about this. No, please stop. Oh boy. Well, let's talk about the Sleazy Motel. On the left side of the map, you'll find a building called Sleazy Motel. You can send your girls there and earn some quick bucks by giving the very wealthy customers a private show. You're sending those girls into prostitution. Let's not beat around the fucking bush, okay? You're sending them to fuck dudes. And while I have nothing against prostitution, I have to talk about this game's world. Everything is quirky, tongue-in-cheek, and super self-aware. But if you stop for a second and think about what you're actually doing, it's kind of fucked up, especially once you look at what other accessories there are. You have something like stripper heels and fashion magazines that increase the girl's efficiency to gain ability points. Oh, pretty harmless, right? Not concerning, since you're providing the girls with basic training to be able to gain more money for you and for them. You have nicotine patches and boxed wine that cures, in quotation marks, the girl's addictions. A little bit more concerning, since you're basically supporting an alcoholic or a smoker by providing them with the products. And then we have coke and weed that speeds up the girls and make them spend less energy on tasks. Way more concerning, since you're basically giving the girls drugs to them to work more efficiently. I'm not against taking drugs for recreational purpose, but in this specific case, you're managing the girls and basically forcing them to take drugs to work more efficiently. It's kind of fucked up, and when you bring the Sleazy Motel into the mix, it gets even more fucked up, since the girls can get sick once you send them there. One of the illnesses being AIDS. And AIDS is not fun. I want to be very clear here. This is a game. It's not real life. It's very much like the game Domina. in which I didn't think about the shit before I started writing a review. It's an interesting topic, and I think the game did present most of the topics in a very respectful and, tongue-in-cheek manner, but I think they could have either avoided or improved the whole addiction and health problems mechanic. One things they could have added would be something like a hospital or medic that you would need to send your goals for them to get better, making them unavailable for the rest or for a decent amount of time during the game. Basically discouraging the player to send the girls to the sleazy motel. The addiction mechanic could be expanded to be cured by you depriving the girls of cigs and drinks for a while and making the girls less effective at the same time, so it's a give and take, but you're still curing the girls. These are just ideas, that the HunieCam team could explore in the future, or any other dev that is planning to do similar games. The main objective of games should always be to entertain the player first, and therefore I actually do understand why those mechanics are done in that way. And with that, we arrive at the question, is the game actually entertaining? Well, the setting of the game is definitely its unique selling point. All the girls look beautiful and every single voice line is amazing. Even though you might hear the same voice line over and over again, it doesn't feel annoying at all. The main gameplay loop uses the clicker mechanic a lot, and clicking can be used correctly, but most of the time it's just boring, even in this game. The interesting thing here that you have to employ strategy on top of the clicker mechanic to actually be able to reach a high fan count and gain a lot of money. Just by my explanation alone, you should have gotten the idea that someone actually put thought about those things and was interested in engaging the player with the gameplay loop and not only wanting to show off cute girls. I think that at this point I don't have to mention that the game is very tongue-in-cheek and super self-aware and wants to be humorous. And I think it summarizes best by the following achievement. Disappoint your parents, which you get once you unlock all the outfits. Well, would I recommend the game? Yes, but mostly not because of the main gameplay loop. The gameplay loop is still fine, it is not perfect. It's perfect for people like me that obsess of efficiency and synergies, but I think that the humor and the lewdness of the game is what truly sells it. I can see this type of game working different settings, but if it was not for the topic of this game, I would probably not bought it. Unfortunately, sex sells, and this game uses sex to sell itself. To be honest, there's nothing wrong with it. There should be more mainstream games that implement lewdness or lewd aspects to the game when it fits, because sex and sexuality are part of life, and why shy away from that? That was great. It was great. This game was sitting in my library waiting to get reviewed for a while, but I finally did it and I can move on. Hey, maybe I review HunieCam on one day, the other game, and HunieCam 2, maybe one day. Anyways, thanks for watching, take care of yourselves, and have a nice day. Also subscribe to my channel and Twitter and Discord and all those things. Do all of that. That's great. Always great. Just do all of that. I swear you will not regret it. My channel is very professional. I only deal with professional stuff. If you want more lewd stuff, I got a surprise lined up in the future. Not this year, next year, maybe. Not in 2019. It's going to be 2020. 2020 is going to be big surprise. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves and have a nice and beautiful and wonderful day.